matter of seconds, he goes from a Bond villain to Black Joker.
Set your ass on fire.
I know. Like your boy Willem Dafoe Speed 2.
But I love that. Like he gave up on trying to be smooth. He just said shit. I'm saying to people, man, that's one of the bad movie reviews that we need to do at some point because it's been so long since I have seen this.
Same here.
Is it a better movie than I remembered? Can I finally, almost 30 years later, just sit back and relax and just enjoy this movie for what it was? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Demolition Man.
A society of perfect order will arise.
A society of having order.
I don't like the narrator.
Yeah, I know, right?
You think you better than me?
Stallone's get as many
The question
shots.
is, can you spare some Grey Poupon?
A society where crime doesn't exist anymore, unlike you heathens today.
Shut the f*** up.
Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Demolition Man.
Right. I forgot how bad graphics were back then, man. God damn. No.
If that don't get you pumped right there, if none don't make you scream.
What was they doing it before that? The little man, showing us where the men's bathroom was?
I know.
I can see icon for man. Demolition.
I know, but that was bad. It was like a bathroom stall going.
What's all pixelated and shit?
If you guys got to go now. This is a previews.
Oh, you got a white cop that you wake up and send to the future. And what's the first thing he does when he wakes up? Tries to kill the black man. now, I tell you, I get it that he's kind of a dick.
Kind of a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just short of being the Joker.
he is the Joker, right?
He is the Joker, man. He's bad.
And the thing is that I understand because he's a little racist himself.
Of 2010.
I forgot about that.
Come on, man.
That wasn't.
I was 14 when I started. I remember being in the theater going, man, that wasn't even called for, man. I was 14.
You didn't even need that as part of the movie. It was like, and I begin to think that wasn't even the character, that was Wesley Snipes.
Ad-libbing, yeah.
He's ad-libbing because Wesley Snipes just saw that these Asian extras went by.
2010.
It's like,
He got a lot of nerve as much as he loves Asian women, too. All of his kids have Asian.
well, then he has the right to say it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean,
He married into the jokes.
Yeah.
even now you talk about he's the Joker. If the Joker would look at him and be like, "Boy, that's low."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, even I wouldn't do that, man. What's the Joker would be like? What's the Joker?
Yeah, exactly. Stick to the plan.
What the really? Ching choing, ching 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 choing, ching.
Lazy. That's lazy. That's lazy, Simon.
Oh, shoot your black ass right now for insulting the joke, the art of jokes. It's like, goddamn, and just petty. Just petty.
Oh, yeah, he's totally petty.
Just walking in the rooms and just picking on people.
You will find display. Various weapons.
How did I see you there? I mean, I guess we're looking at pure evil.
That's his character.
Yeah.
He's not even like he's evil and he's chaotic and he's impish and he's just like,
and
man, I'm in a world where nobody fights back.
Right,
this is a playground.
Yeah, my dick is hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because he's fucking with people like, look at this little chump standing there like he's just sitting there. I'm like, he's got it coming.
He's like, this, you know what? This is your fault for being in the way.
You will find display.
You.
Which he wasn't even in the way, but
no, he was in his way.
And it's like, yeah, I just did this and nobody's going to do anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. They're just going to walk away.
Maybe it's not that smart. Because I'm sitting up here saying how clever it is. I'm sitting up here talking about how it's ahead of its time. Maybe it just set low expectations at the beginning of the movie.
It's sprinkled with clever ideas.
Yeah. But maybe
cohesively, not so much.
Not so much. And maybe at the beginning of the movie, they just set really low expectations. And it wasn't as much of a piece of shit as it was at the beginning. Because at the beginning of the movie, it's pretty terrible, man.
Oh, yeah.
Right down to, starting out with the terrible dialogue just to say the title of the movie.
Damn it, John, I'm tired of this Demolition Man shit.
Demolition Man shit.
Yeah.
Demolition Man shit and got the
Demolition Man shit.
it should have just been explosion.
Yeah.
Damn it, John! Tired of this Demolition Man shit, like with the stereotypical cop and everything.
That would have been funny if he was like, what are you talking about? Who calls me? Did somebody call me that? Yeah, that's what they call you. I was not aware of that nickname. I'm sorry.
Yeah, did you see how much property damage you cause every goddamn time?
But besides the terrible dialogue, it also, again, has a sociopathic killer that we've been bragging about and giving praise to.
Stallone.
But the movie opens, the writer, but the movie opens up with a sociopathic killer with a building full of hostages. Do they negotiate? Do they try to be stealthy and study the building so they can go in ways where the villain or the guy who's holding these people hostage might not be able to see? No, they have Sylvester Stallone bungee jump onto the building. And if it ain't bad enough,
His own cord, too.
cut his own cord. How much of a bad at blowing away people so that the villain can hear him coming. But you know what?
Hey man, this is Simon Phoenix. Negotiation ain't
But
gonna
you
work.
can at least try to be a little stealth. Don't let the motherfucker know you're coming. And if the gunshots weren't good enough, if the heavy ass drop doesn't let him know that you're there, well, he calls Stallone calls out his name, screams his name on the way down.
Send a maniac to catch one.
No,
back up.
no, son, yeah. Peter!
Get caught on the rotors up there.
Stop shooting at me while I'm going up and down. I'm on base right now.
Just sitting up there, just hanging. You want to shoot me down, bro? Wesley Snipes in the movie. He tries. They have him starting out. They got him starting out as sort of a Bond villain. And there's a point. Let's see. They have him starting out as a Bond villain. And there's a point where he tries it for like 2 seconds. He tries the Bond villain approach for 2 seconds, and then he says, "You know what?
This ain't working for me.
This."
Where are the passengers?
Yes, the passengers. But they're, you.
It's almost like he ad-libbed it, like he forgot his lines.
You're right.
You man.
I had this great speech plan and I forgot it. We got a little stage fright.
You, man. We're going to do this the way I told you to do it. I'm going to do this my way, goddammit.
With the hostages, the hostages are. Man, fuck you. You tell me what the hostages are.
That's him talking to the director. That's him talking to the director. I told you.
I ain't remembering this.
Shit, I don't know. Shit. And the director's just kind of like, genius.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yes, go with it.
You know who you hired, motherfucker.
I mean, seriously.
The Joker from Compton.
And it spins in just a matter of seconds. He goes from a Bond villain to Black Joker.
Set your ass on fire.
I know. Like your boy Willem Dafoe Speed 2.
But I love that. Like he gave up on trying to be smooth. He just said shit.
That Dr. No shit.
I'm gonna play this my way now. Unlike real world cops in this world, they will arrest a cop for doing something wrong.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
He kept coming out and say, "Yeah, man, there was just no hostages, nobody saved." Nah, man, there's a lot of them. They all
Yeah,
died.
shit. What you mean ain't no hostages? I just left a body of them over
Yeah.
here. A bus full of
You
them.
going to jail, chump.
Yeah.
Shit. What y'all talking about, man?
Yeah. What you mean?
Strong on me.
What you mean no bodies? I just left a pile of them back here.
You and I are gonna have a nice long chat. The bodies everywhere. There must be 20 or 30. They're everywhere.
fuck. he's like, why you bringing up old shit?
He's like, look at that face. That you could almost hear the goop.
Yeah.
See that, Captain? I told him. He said he didn't care. See you, sweetie.
He said, I hope we get the same cell together too. I'm gonna f the shit out of you. I mean, there's some cool stuff in it, but I'm ready to kind of write this off as it's just another stupid movie with too big of a budget. You know, I don't it was a movie that I remember. It was a movie that I thought like, all right, yeah, nothing to see here. Told y'all to tell me this is a good movie, but then we enter the future. So once we get there, then the clever stuff starts to happen. Some of the good things start to kick in. You know, I first of all, one of the early things that you see, Rob Schneider, man.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the emergency line of the San Angeles Police Department. If you prefer an automated response, press 1 now.
Got a good line, not annoying.
And didn't say you can do it at the end.
Didn't do you can do it, yeah. It's actually he's funny, clever line that they gave him right there. I like the way the characters are written. They are intentionally written to be silly.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you know,
It's tongue in cheek.
Yeah, which is cool because this is a Stallone vehicle, man. So you know, I imagine Stallone probably went in with a whole different thing. Like he just wanted to do balls to the walls action right here.
Right, and somebody got this script and said like, "Hey, a lot of this is kind of ridiculous. Let's make it a little funny.
Let's make it a little fun."
Right.
I mean, again, not all of it's great. You know, they got this schlocky humor between Stallone and Sandra Bullock. They partner up, and they got this whole routine between them where she says something wrong because she's trying to speak his slang from the past, and he always has to correct her.
Okay, I'm with you. Let's go blow this guy.
He's like, oh, shit, what do y'all do in the future?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's like, excuse me.
He's like, what?
I forgot about that. Let's go blow this guy.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
You know,
Cool, baby.
he's like, do all y'all do this? Yeah.
Away. Blow this guy away.
Do. You know,
She's like, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know why you getting so weird
she's
about
like,
it anyway.
no, I really want to suck a dick right now.
She is gorgeous in this movie, though.
I mean, if you want to pass up on that, sure.
I just offered it to you.
Yeah,
You want to be stupid about it, that's fine. I mean, you know.
But that's how we interrogate.
Yeah.
Everybody confesses.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
But no, it's a very naive and fake sanitized society where, as we mentioned during the setup, where people can even get a ticket just for using foul language, just for saying hell. And if you do it too much, they'll call the police like it's a 911 emergency call.
Where the goddamn guns?
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality standard.
Fuck you.
I guess I cut out the part where the police showed up, but he kept going. The police came right up, and he beat the shit out of him. But I thought that was a really fun running gag in there too, man.
Yeah, it was.
Because they had it going in the background, which I thought was very clever.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
Like whenever somebody would curse,
You know,
they didn't stop to like make put a spotlight on it.
Sure.
You heard the ant in the background. You heard that fucking machine talking.
I thought it was great.
I mean, what do you find batteries in the future? Was a battery store around, mother?
he ad-libbed that shit.
I love that. And it's also, you can't see him. It's off screen. You hear him just going, better
Yeah, motherfucker. I love it because the motherfucker is so evil. He cusses out machines.
Yeah,
What
machines.
size? I mean, what do you find batteries in the future? Was a battery store around, mother?
Like the machine's going to answer too. Not with that attitude, I'm not going to tell you. Right?
Motherfucker cussing out a box.
No, come on. We've all cussed out machines.
Oh,
at some
yeah.
point.
sure.
It's kind of cool seeing a dystopian movie where it is kind of lighthearted.
Most of it happens in the daytime.
And most of it happens in the daytime, too.
That's true.
But for a movie that
I
I
like that,
remember
though.
just being stupid as they predicted a lot of things.
Yes, they did.
A lot of things. Some of it's a little obvious, like self-driving cars, iPads.
Don't you think?
video calls, video chats, Zoom, and all that. You know, all like what we have right here is on the horizon.
Virtual sex.
Virtual sex. That's on the way.
Oh,
Can't
sorry,
wait.
man. They're trying to jump the gun on you.
No, I mean it's on the way in life. I can't wait.
What you mean on the way? Twice
But they start touching on things that were meant to be. It was meant to be a gag, and it happened in real life. Online therapy.
You are an incredibly sensitive man who inspires joy feelings in all those around you.
Except me, bitch, move. He looked at him.
Well, so much for those joy feelings.
But see, that's also another interesting thing about it. Like whenever he does rough somebody up, or even like, I mean, that doesn't have to slam the head against the wall or whatever. But also like even when he just throws the guy out, the guy has to go, hey, what's going on? He just, I guess it's time for me to leave.
What I love,
that's how their society is. Oh,
you know why? Well, that guy thought about it for a moment. For a moment.
Yeah, like, hey,
for a moment, until he saw that black motherfucker. Because for a moment, like, I'll kick y'all off shit. Look at this. Motherfucker, I'll whoop y'all. Oh, sorry. sorry.
Joy, happy joy.
Sorry. Police brutality. They show right here.
Yeah.
There's a scene in here where Sylvester Stallone is just walking. He just got to the future. This is his first time outside. And the first thing he does,
Don't know how to act.
first assault somebody.
Hey, what the hell is this?
It's a glow rod. It's what we got.
Does it work?
Look at his nose.
Oh yeah, that's a cop for you.
First day. Boom. First day.
Sounds like a basketball hitting too.
This your first day in the future, first moment outside. And what's he do?
An innocent citizen.
Yeah, put somebody down on the ground.
You gonna have a seizure in the crack the skull
God
up.
damn, man.
Guess so.
And then makes a joke about it. Save it for the bad guys, man.
Makes a joke
Nah,
about it.
that's not the John Spartan way.
No, it ain't. You can tell he's from the past.
Yeah.
And when I say the past, I mean today.
Yeah, exactly.
It is funny how they're all like, "Oh, you caveman, your primitive ways," and you're supposed to be like, "Oh man, he's just doing things the way they're supposed to be." And I'm like looking at him like, "No, they got a point."
Yeah, that's a human being. I don't care what a pussy he is. He didn't do nothing to you.
He didn't do shit.
Right.
He didn't do shit to anybody. He was minding his own business. He was, and can I tell y'all something? This mother is no different. Look at this shit.
Guess so.
He is no different from Simon Phoenix, man. Simon Phoenix, we were talking about earlier. What did Simon Phoenix do earlier when we were talking about him? With people who were minding their own business.
Fine display.
They're the same people.
Yeah.
They even nail eerily the feeling of what it's like to live in today. This time of riots and pandemics and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk about some of this stuff. Some of the stuff they nail, man. It's just like, God damn, that's a little too close to home. Like the way they described times before they entered, like the new millennia.
The city degenerated into a total fear zone. The citizenry cocooning in their homes, afraid to go out. People just wanted the madness over.
Sounds right at home.
Yep.
right now.
Yep.
Even to the point of we're talking about like the riots and the violence and the injustice and the brutality that's out there. That touches on that. Speaking of touching, they do not do touching in this movie, much like they do. Much like they do today.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's right.
I'm like, God damn, man. I was like, really? I mean, they like to the point where it's human contact is not even cool.
It's
in the
considered
future.
gross.
It's considered nasty, like today.
Right.
This vehicle has been code fixed. Approaching the corner.
Shit, that's even close for us.
Yeah.
Like if you did that to me, like back
Whoa,
up,
whoa,
back
hey,
up.
That ain't 6 feet.
6 feet,
Back
man.
the up,
I don't
back
know
up.
you. Same time.
I can feel your aura. Although I thought that was a funny scene. when
No,
they
it
did
wasn't.
that little-
No, it wasn't a very funny scene. Now, there's only really one thing that they got wrong, and that is when crime ended.
Murder, death, kill.
Murder, death, kill.
Last recorded offense, September 25th, 2010.
Yeah, y'all that one up, didn't you? Yeah, you missed that by a mile, didn't you?
That's a differ't timeline for sure.
Yeah. Don't you mean June 10th?
Yeah. Motherfucker, yeah, y'all got, 9 out of 10 ain't bad. Funny things in there, like, they're a little off the mark, but, they have to pay for certain things out there, and they couldn't afford the people that would make sense. I think it's funny that Pizza Hut is the big what do you call it, oligopoly. Now they won the franchise wars, and so they're every restaurant, they're every food.
What version of this did you watch?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Taco Bell.
It's Taco Bell.
Yeah,
it's
weird.
Pizza Hut in China. And other parts of
so
the
you got a
other parts of the world, but
Yeah.
but in America,
it's
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Well, I see right there. I got it.
Oh, okay.
I was going to tell you that the version that I saw had Pizza Hut.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. But I knew it was Taco Bell.
Okay.
Taco Bell, 'cause they had a big campaign for it. Because I thought it was interesting that, wow, I'm watching a version where it was totally different. Because I remember the marketing here.
Yeah.
Sure,
America.
yeah.
And it's so funny that Taco Bell was signed on and sponsored it. I was like, I feel like they're talking shit about Taco
Yeah, that's
Bell
all they
this whole
do is
time.
talk. They're like, we know we're shitty. Just
No.
put us in the movie.
Yeah, it's like it's a dystopian future where Taco Bell is everywhere.
What was cool about it is that you got to see, because they actually filmed different scenes where people are talking about Pizza Hut. They actually have the actors saying Pizza Hut won the franchise, or Sandra Bullock is saying it, the bad guy saying it. So there's two versions out there that's floating around.
Right. I knew that.
Yeah, and you can watch both of them. You can watch the Taco Bell version. If you want to collect them all, you can watch the Pizza Hut version. Even though McDonald's would have whooped everybody's ass back in the day. But they can't afford it. And Ronald said, you can't afford me, bitch. You can't afford this clown. Y'all, listen, y'all, there's a lot of shit in here that I like respect. Respect to you, Demolition Man. I bow my head to you. Respect for all you were doing. But you got a lot of stupid shit in here, too. And there's a lot of stupid shit that you got to do to get through all the smart stuff. Every time, and it's almost like every time Stallone comes on, he just brings stupid with him.
It's as if, like I said, he wanted a big action vehicle for him and another action star.
Yeah.
And sure, make it sci-fi. That way we can have lasers and shootouts and do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys write in there, be fine. And they got inspired. And they wrote some smart satirical work.
It's almost like,
but he came back and said, it's still got to have my action
it's
stuff in
still got to be dumb.
Yeah,
it's almost like the script and Stallone walked in together, and the script was wearing a shirt that says "I'm with stupid."
That's me.
They don't give a f- about some things that, you know what? Just don't mention it. Don't try to put it in the movie because it comes out bad. One of the things that John Spartan, you didn't have to have this. John Spartan could have been a bachelor, man. But in the movie, they talk about John Spartan had a family. Oh, and it's so sad that his wife died. I can tell you right now, John Spartan don't give a f-
Her light was extinguished in the big one of 2010.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Check out D.
She's like, you want, you want to talk?
Yeah.
You think maybe
what your name is?
He's putting his head down and everything. That, because I know somebody has said, your wife died, be like, what? How? But he's just like,
It's been 70
that
years.
sucks. And I know what y'all saying right now. Y'all are saying, man, you don't know how he feels. He might handle his pain in a different way. He might be internalizing this right now. Really? Because I want y'all to see how he acts when they bring up his boyfriend, Simon Phoenix.
This is about you and the Cryocon, Simon Phoenix.
You see, he asked about me?
Yeah.
Did Simon ask about me?
How does he look? How does he look?
Yeah, he looked up real quick.
Has he been eating any better?
Huh? Really? He's here? Really?
Oh, I gotta get out of these rags.
Yeah. Let me go. So Simon, where is he? I gotta talk to him. It's like, it's
How do I look?
But your wife, you didn't give a fuck about. But they mentioned Simon Phoenix. Really? Huh? He's here? And if you think I'm bullshitting, Sandra Bullock, she goes and asks him if he wants to have sex. Now, again, if you got back to a future where your wife was, if you were just told your wife was gone, and and this is all one day, and on that same one day. And if a bitch came up to you and said, "Hey, you want to have sex?" You'd probably be like, "Hey, well, it's a lot to process. My wife. I just got the bad news that she's gone." Not John Spartan.
I was wondering if you would like to have sex.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, he processed it right there.
Yeah, he got it.
Did you see his eyes flittering? That was him processing it.
Yeah, that was him going, you know what? I can grieve later. I can mourn later.
I need something to get me past this grief.
No,
This might not happen again.
No.
Wait. I got it here somewhere. Bullshit.
No.
You would do the exact same thing.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
Mother, know what? No, don't do what I do because I would do it because I'm Simon Phoenix. I ain't John Spartan.
But I'm telling you like this, the way she asked to was it was so like earnest about it.
Exactly.
He was like, this never happened to me before, and it might not never happen again.
And it's also like, oh, she's like a little doe. It'd be like, I'm doing her a favor. She's been helping me. I should help her too.
No,
right? And I had no pussy for 70 years.
Yeah, exactly. It's not, me and my wife wasn't getting it on too many times before I got put away to begin with.
This
she was kind of riding my ass. To be honest with you.
No, this mother full of shit. He don't give a. I don't care what y'all say. Just come out and say, look, I ain't blame you for trying to get some mans, but just say you don't give a fuck about your wife. This motherfucker reacted to everybody like shocked enthusiasm except his wife. Your wife's dead. Oh, that sucks. Phoenix, huh? He's here? You want? Yeah, oh yeah. And furthermore, and to further prove my point, this motherfucker just didn't care about his family. He's glad to have them gone. I bet in court he got the worst lawyer he could so he could be put in cryogenic sleep so I can get away from these bitches over here. His daughter. He don't even want to know about his daughter.
No.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna play this clip. Hold on. I present Exhibit B, Your Honor.
Fucker.
I have a rebuttal.
Exhibit B, Your Honor. Right? He never gave a about his daughter.
And I'm afraid she's gonna think I'm some kind of primitive. I mean, as much as I want to see her, I almost don't want to.
I could do a search for you.
No, that's okay. I want to see it that bad.
All right, you make a strong case. you do.
Let's hear from counsel.
Because I even thought that when I saw it. Because I just rewatched The Devil's Advocate, where he's like, "Hey man, maybe you should back off this case and to take care of your wife who's sick." Well, I'm just afraid that she'll get better and I'll resent her for it. He's like,
no,
all right, you didn't give a shit about your wife.
That's
okay.
different.
Okay. But my rebuttal is they shot a whole scene where he goes to visit his daughter, and they end up cutting it out of the film.
Now that's true.
It's true.
That is
okay.
true, man.
I would take that as a good piece of fun fact or some trivia. But this John Spartan I see in the movie, I'm going to tell you what this motherfucker past was like. In the past, he was about to get a divorce. He's like, I don't give a about this kid. I'm ready to go on my new life. And it just so happens, what a lucky thing, man. I'll kill some people in a fucking explosion.
No. I mean, from the kind of character he is, this super cop, this demolition man, clearly he was going on these missions rather than being home and being a father.
Right.
And his wife hated him, and the daughter probably didn't even see him that much. So he's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to open that door because she's just going to tell me what a piece of shit I am.
Right, she's going to slam right in my face.
And I don't need that right
that
now.
That motherfucker did not.
What I need is you.
Listen. In another dimension out there, and there's another version of Demolition Man where he's a great father. But right now, he don't give a He's a deadbeat dad and a shitty husband.
Okay, but
ass over husband.
You would have taken that ass, though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, yay. I'm not saying he shouldn't, but let's just get your words, man. You don't give a about your wife. And you know what? And here's another thing. and another thing. Even happier to see his old friend, the black dude from back in the day.
Yeah, Bill Cobb.
Even happy to see him more than he was. He had more enthusiasm for that than to go see his daughter or his wife. I cry about his wife. I got the scene right here where he sees his old friend. He's just like, "Hey, old buddy, where you been?"
Zach Lamb? What happened to you?
I got older. They finally grounded me.
You know, the funny
Go get your shine box.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing with him is that he showed more enthusiasm for him than his wife or daughter, but it ain't long before he forgets his black ass too.
Yep.
He leaves him cold, man, to the point where left him so cold that this brother ain't got no choice but to be the mystical Negro in the movie.
Yep.
Simon Phoenix. Oh, yeah, I remember him. He's about as evil as they come.
Simon.
I know him. He's evil in a way you've never read about. declared his own kingdom in South Central L.A.
Now hold on, there's a bluebird on my shoulder.
Brother exposition.
Yeah, brother. Man, whenever you need some exposition, get yourself a mystical Negro.
I love it though. Hold that thought, Zachary Lamb. Now Phoenix isn't coded.
And another thing, little missy.
like
He met the devil out in the crossroads on midnight.
Yeah.
Play the game for the soul.
That mother
Lost the game. Won the soul. Chewing on some straws.
Hell yeah, should have been wearing.
Whittling.
Should have been at that point. He should have been wearing slave clothes.
Yeah.
Simon Phoenix. I remember you.
Never evil like him.
Wrote a song about him. You want to hear?
Here you go.
There's never been those evil like Simon Phoenix.
Got a mean old hound with him too.
He tries. He said, "Look, I gave y'all some good exposition. Let me be part of the gang. Come on." He tries so hard to be a supporting character in the movie.
He's old.
The movie literally leaves his ass behind. Like he can't keep up with these younger people. They just leave his ass behind.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Vector 23 degrees.
But you're asking me to disobey.
Hey.
Hey, wait up! Hey! Hey, y'all, wait!
He goes back to the car.
Hey!
I guess I'll direct traffic while I'm out here.
Hey, y'all, wait a minute! just left his ass behind.
Ooh, kolaches. He just turns around, and the way it's shot, that Negro just disappeared.
He's about to, yeah. He
$5 guaranteed. You got it.
It was almost like he was it's almost like dementia set in. He just got lost in the street.
Right.
Y'all better go get this old man before he gets hit by a car. Look at this.
Vector 23 degrees.
Now veer
But
off.
you're asking
Wait
me
a
to
minute.
disobey a direct order.
Where'd everybody
I'm
go?
asking you to do the
Where am I? Help! Help me! There is one scene in the movie that I do love, man. And it's when he's at the display case for all the guns. And he throws that motherfucker through. It makes me laugh. Somebody said some shit about me. If you think I can't take a joke about myself, somebody put up and they said, I mentioned this before, they said this is Corey when he goes into other people's shows. Right here. He just wrecks it.
How much do you weigh?
Well, I happen to weigh
Wait a minute, I didn't answer first. Wait, hold on.
That can't be as much force as him kicking it.
I know.
That makes
That's
no
what always
sense.
bothered. That
no
bothered
sense.
me when I was a kid.
That makes no sense at all. That makes no sense at all with him doing that. But look at all these
But
guns.
it's funny.
It's fun. No, it's
No,
fun.
it is. But look
yeah,
at all
it
these
does make
guns.
Yeah. Got them Capone guns.
I know.
Got them Tommy guns.
I like the way my man was probably still answering too.
Them typewriters.
About 156 pounds. Oh God, does this help? Look at all these guns right here, man. So my thing is, yeah, it's like Martin said. Why you gonna have if you in a future where society has conquered violence? Why would you keep weapons behind glass,
Locked, clean, and loaded.
with ammunition?
Excuse me, museum patron. Can I?
So people can do that. Why would you do that?
I get you got everything locked down, society-wise, everybody's not being violent, but you can't take a chance that there could be somebody. And we learned that there are people who are not with this program.
What are people learning from
that's right, yeah.
Yeah. What are people learning from looking at the guns? Why do you have to have bullets in
right.
there? You ain't looking at the cases or it's not open showing the bullets. If anything, you would have the bullets on the side to show you that this is what it used.
Exactly. You can't just bust open a case of museum and start
An
shooting with
example
arrows.
of each bullet to go, this is what this bullet looked like back in the day.
But just in case somebody needs to know for sure, when they decide to break the glass in a future where violence is somehow non-existent anymore. But it's not even just
behind thin glass.
Behind thin-ass glass, too. These people are just stupid. But as I said, it's not just the guns. Everything in these display areas work to a point where that doesn't even make any sense. Okay, why does why do you need the fire hydrant to actually spray water, man? You can't even pull up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring
that
up.
is in.
I forgot.
That on a fake display. That's in the museum.
Yeah, right. Showing how
that's
the
a
90s.
set.
Yeah.
That's the museum. That's supposed to be a fake fire hydrant.
Right.
So why does it need to actually function?
He's about to hop on a subway. He can just go.
They go down to where they see the sewer people. All these people are just dirty, man.
Looking like Zion.
Dirty, nasty. Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is where they keep all the ethnic groups.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing but white people up top.
That's true.
Exactly.
And Benjamin Bratt.
I mean, yeah. Some white people talking about, damn, I wish I lived there. Not there, but in that future. You know, us on top, people on the bottom, underground.
The Morlocks on the bottom, yeah.
Nah, man, but you know, you see all these people, man. These people are living. They're barely living, man. They can't even feed their children. But everybody in this this future right here, they make sure, even though they can't bathe, even though they can't feed their kids properly, even though they probably got all kind of parasites and disease, they make sure that vintage car stays clean.
Oh yeah, that's a thing of beauty. Huxley, do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's a clean ass car in a room full of dirt ass people.
For no reason, sitting there.
Is that car their god?
Yeah, he's like this. It's like this. Oh, you know what this is?
It's a plot device for later.
Yeah, yeah. It's there so they can have a chase scene in a cool car. That's all it's there for. Just so they can get to this chase scene right here. Even the rat burgers don't make no sense. People, there's a point in here
What
where
a segue.
Even the rat burgers don't make no sense. There's a point in here where they go down there. I mean, they got it so bad they eating rat burgers. but the rat burgers served up with fresh bread, cold cerveza.
Got a cold beer. Yeah.
They serve it up with cold beer.
Ice cold beer.
And Stallone just happy to have a burger. He don't care if he's eating rat.
This is a rat burger.
Good shit. Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie, he made that look good.
Yeah, I want a rat burger after that.
He did, but he ate it too.
Yeah.
Oh, slow.
Yeah. Like going like, well, shit.
But here's the thing, man.
They got it looking like
if you can
Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo.
Like
but here's the thing, man. If you can listen, if you can steal some ice cold cerveza, some nice beer, if you can steal some fresh bread, you can get some meat. These people, they eating rat burgers.
Got unibrows.
These people are nasty. There's two clean things down there: that car and those hamburger buns, man. Those hamburger buns are cleaner than those people. Those hamburger buns.
Yeah,
it's like, man, if you can steal the hamburger buns, you can get the meat.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, can I tell y'all how dumb this villain is in this movie? The main villain. Now, a little bit of a spoiler. Here. Nigel, the main villain, the man behind the man. The one, the puppet master here. Y'all know who this villain is. Just dumb.
Yes.
Because this is that I credit his dumbness to the dumbness of the script. This is the dumb who programmed Simon Phoenix, whatever that means in the movie. Programmed him to not pull the trigger on him.
I don't think so. No kiss kiss, no bang bang.
Smug about this shit too.
Bang,
no bang bang.
But kiss for me.
Did your little gun not go boom boom?
He's just short of saying that too.
Right.
But he is just short of saying
that. He's a bitch, man.
You little dick mother.
Oh, did the little toy pistol not go boom boom bang bang?
He's smarmy.
He's
smarmy, but all he does is agitate him to the point where it's like,
all he does is make him mad.
Kill you, mother.
You know, here's the thing. So here's how dumb he is with his smarmy ass. So he set up here and programmed him, Simon Phoenix, not to shoot him. But you never thought that Simon Phoenix would just pass a gun to somebody else and say, "Hey, you know what? You do it."
Will you please kill him? It's pissing me off.
Oh shit! Oh no, I didn't think this through well enough. Oh God, no!
And add insult to injury, it's Jesse Ventura that kills him.
Jesse Ventura with no lines.
With no lines, which is weird because he's had lines and stuff way before this.
Yeah,
Predator and everything else.
Me and Jesse have fun.
Jesse shoot good.
The biggest loophole, because I was thinking at the beginning of the movie, I was just like, we can just hand it to somebody else to do it.
Why didn't you
I
program
thought of this shit. It's like how you're smarmy. You didn't think of this shit too, and then going to have the nerve to look crazy when it happens. Like,
that's what I forgot. Milk, eggs, in this.
Yeah, not as smart as you think, I bitch. Are you? Oh shit!
I meant to do that earlier.
There is something else that's bad with this. I knew there was something.
I got something, but go ahead.
Well, I'll put it to you. Maybe it's the same thing, but I will tell you this. Look, it's the 90s. and this is the 90s when in a lot of action movies and a lot of comedies, when a black person came on screen, they had to play the hippity hop scratch. Okay.
No.
When that remix from that
well, I'm sure whoever was doing
scene,
the score looked at how Wesley Snipes was dressed. Where you say he looks like a backup dancer in a hip hop group.
Yeah, look like a dancer, a backup dancer for Vanilla Ice, man.
Yeah, dressed like Kids
It was
Incorporated.
funny because they brought him out of cryo sleep. He was wearing a white robe, and the moment he got out, he found the nearest retro thrift store and bought the tackiest 90s shit he could find.
Where's my property at?
Looking like an extra in Living Single or something.
I was gonna say, looking like he's from the Kids Incorporated.
Yeah, looking like yeah. In the blacker he talks, the more wiggity they get on the scratching they do.
So let me get this right. They defrosted you just so you
Well, they didn't even do a scratching on it. They just got a robot malfunction.
Somebody shut that goddamn DJ up.
Just going through the toolbox.
Yeah, that shit they
So let me get this right. They defrosted you just so you could lasso my piddly ass. Damn, you been high. Damn, you been high.
Listen, like I said, all of this, at some point you just gotta say whatever, man. Because it gets to a point where when you just watch Wesley Snipes alone, he's the one that says, look, y'all, I'm not taking this shit seriously. Y'all don't need to either. Because he's not even the Joker anymore. He's a straight up cartoon character. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like a cartoon. There's a point where he falls on the ground, gets up and says, yo. It ain't easy being cheesy. He's even got a cartoon crew, man. I mean, this thing it turns into, you know what this is? This is the reason why they can't be as clever as a Paul Verhoeven satire is because this shit turns into an 80s cartoon, an 80s action cartoon. This is G.I. Joe with titties and cursing and violence in it. He even has his cartoon henchmen where they give a cartoon speech about how we'll take over the world.
Oh, yeah.
This world will be ours. Are you with me? Let's do it.
Yo, Joe! Yeah! Ha ha!
And they found beer too. And also, I love the random. By the way, if we're gonna defrost all these people, defrost some random side pieces as well.
Oh hell
yeah! What are they in for? By the way, why did they get cryogenically frozen?
You know why?
For being hookers?
Yeah, some fly girls.
Defrost them fine ass bitches.
Yeah. From that point on, when it starts to get silly, where we see cartoon Snipes come out, man. At that point, it's just watching him and Stallone go through their hijinks as they chase each other and shoot each other. I mean, there's some clever stuff in between, but a lot of it just turns into, them just doing their wackiness. But I will show you this, and this is the end, because at the end of it, now, the end is a thing that I really don't like, and a lot of people don't mind, but it gets to me because it does end like a 30-minute episode of a cartoon.
Yeah, that's true.
Where out of all this crazy violence, out of everything that they've done to disrupt society, they changed society. You would think that everything would be in disarray, but no, Stallone, he just wraps everything up by telling these guys, he tells them, hey, you know what? hey guys, you know what? Let's just all get along.
What we do?
Why don't you get a little dirty? You were like clean. And somewhere in the middle.
What'd he say?
You were like clean.
I don't know. You'll figure it out.
Always half the battle.
Man, this shit is. I just like, really?
I would love it. Like, guys, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. You guys get dirty, you guys get clean, and hey, the more you know.
That's a great smile. You brought out
That's man.
Yeah, this is a movie that I have thought poorly about for 30 years, and then watching it today, I was like, it is kind of fun. It's smarter than I remember. I get why Chris Herman likes it so much. I guess I give it a high rental. I'm
giving this a low matinee, and I tell you why. This is a comedy. Mm-hmm. It is not. It is. Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah. I mean, it is not a. It is not a straightforward action movie, man. It's not once in here where they're trying to be serious. And the only person that really is making it funnier is Sylvester Stallone, because he's the one that's really taking all this seriously.
Yeah, this is a comedy. Nobody told him it was. Nobody told him.
He got his action on.
And a couple of scenes somebody did tell him, and you're like, whoa, don't tell him again. Because then when he tries to do the comedy, it falls flat on its face.